Hello and welcome to my second Covent Garden walk. I'm going up Southampton Street and there's Covent Garden Market ahead of me. This is for Captain Lacey fans, but if you are a Cat Holloway fan, Southampton Street is where Daniel McAdam has rooms, and I will be doing a video and photos of that too. This is Covent Garden Market. I love how they have these little wagons with the greenery demarcating the pedestrian zone. Now, this market used to be full of fruit and vegetable and fish and otherwise vendors a long time ago, but that market has now moved to the other side of the river, south of the river, where it's still a vegetable market. And Covent Garden itself has been transformed into a place with, still a few markets here, as you can see over there on the right, selling flowers and fruit and vegetables and souvenirs. But the main bulk, and there you can see a little fruit market there, the main bulk of that has moved, and now it's a place where you can eat and shop, and there's an arcade inside here with all kinds of shops. And over here what we saw in front of us, that big building, was the London Transport Museum. I'm going around the corner, around Covent Garden, I'm looking for Russell Street, which is where Grimpen Lane, where Captain Lacey lived, opened out of. This whole area would have been full of vendors in Captain Lacey's time, just teeming with people and carts and stalls and market stalls and things. Over there on the right, in the little archway area, behind that is the Opera House, Covent Garden Opera House, the back of it. And you can see the arcade of Covent Garden here. It's very nice. Nancy and her friends from the Hanover Square Affair would stand and accost and tease Captain Lacey because they knew he was a nice guy, so that he would not hurt them, and they liked to tease him. So this is Russell Street now, and again the Opera House there. And down here is where Grimpen Lane would have opened out of, actually where those two people are standing in the bright green. That's where it would have been. And Grimpen Lane is a fictional place. So when I met James Gillies, the narrator of the books, he said, "You were fibbing. I went to see if I could find Grimpen Lane and it wasn't there." And I said, "No, I did make it up because then I could populate it with the houses and shops and the people I wanted to without worrying about what was really there." So right here on this advertisement for cosmetics is where Grimpen Lane would have been. This would have been the entrance, a very tiny, narrow lane to Captain Lacey's house, or Mrs. Belton's bake shop, where he rented rooms above. So yes, right here in this very modern building. I'm not sure if Captain Lacey would be amused or appalled, but there we are. Moving on, just incidentally, there's a little shop here that sells custard tarts. And in Portugal, where I was before this, custard tarts are a very big thing there. And in fact, I went to a cooking demonstration on how to make them. And they're very sweet and very good. And incidentally, 500 calories a piece, which we all gasped, and then, of course, went ahead and ate them. Now we're going around to Bow Street. This is the famous Bow Street, where the Bow Street's Magistrates Court lay. It is now gone. If you look up on the right, there are buildings that have like white plastic over them. That used to be the Bow Street Magistrates Court and the Bow Street House, started by Henry Fielding and his brother Sir John Fielding. The Bow Street Magistrates Court closed some years ago now, and they're remodeling those buildings. I think at one time it was supposed to have been they torn down and put a skyscraper, but I think that's been stopped, and they're now, it's going to be, I don't know what it is, but they're renovating it right now. This part is the Covent Garden Opera House, and this part of it is actually a school, a music and drama school, where you can take workshops and go to classes and things, which I thought was really neat. This is the Covent Garden Opera House. Used to be Covent Garden Theatre before it became the Opera House, I think, in the Victorian age. And there's the porch with the columns where Marianne Simmons would lurk before she and Grenville became an item. And this is beautiful. I think it's just a gorgeous building. And this where Marianne accosted Lacey in one of the, I believe it was Body in Berkeley Square. and had information for him and almost got him into deep trouble with Grenville. That was a lot of fun. And I'm almost to the end of the walk. I think ending it here at the Opera House is fitting. This is where Captain Lacey and Lady Breckenridge had a lot of flirtation and where he solved many crimes. So this is the end. I'm going to turn around and show you what's here in a moment. And the next video I will do will be about Captain Lacey in Mayfair. And there's the Bow Street house again, all bundled up. And I will see you next time. Thank you for watching.